joining us tonight. You are now sitting with the Suttons. So please like, share, and follow us on Facebook at Tristan and Cece. And please help us to spread the good news about marriage. We cannot get enough talk about good things that are going on in marriages. Marriage ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad. It's been good for 10 years for us.
It's been good for 10 years, and it's been good for a lot of people for longer than that. So get surrounded by some good talk, good people, those who are interested in telling you about the good news on everything. So,
Indeed.
T, I know you got a few of these friends, but we all have that one friend.
I got about 11 of those.
I know you do. I know you do, because you guys. But we all have that one friend that has been involved in that 10-year relationship. They've been in it forever, and they still saying, I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready.
In the Lord's time.
In the Lord's time. And meanwhile, the other person is like, look, if the Lord don't come on, we're going to have to go ahead and move this around. But that's what tonight's topic is all about. Getting unlocked. Being okay with saying yes.
To the dress.
To the dress, and to marriage, and to love, and to commitment. We do know people now, while there are some of us who are struggling to get into the relationship, there are some of us who are happily in relationships, but we're just afraid to take that next step into commitment. So, if that is you, or if you know someone tonight who needs to be a part of this conversation, I want you to tag them in this video, share it, because this might just set them free.
It might bless them.
And get us on to the altar, right?
It might get them their Boaz.
It might get them that Boaz.
It might get them their Ruth.
Tonight we have the pleasure of having the one and only Kim Roxy.
The one.
The one and only. I
Makeup
love
mogul.
her. Wait, what? Wife, mommy, philanthropist, women's advocate. Kim, you do it all.
Everything.
Look at Kim. Exhale. How you doing today?
She's like, when you put it like that.
Exactly. I know.
You put it like that.
You never stop to think about all this involved.
I don't ever really stop to think about it. You just do it, right? We just do the work.
You just
and
go.
then, and then in retrospect, like when you're looking back, you go, oh, that's what happened, you know? So I'm so happy to be here with y'all. Y'all are just a power couple and just so beautiful to look at, both of you.
So kind, Kim.
I think she got some Lamique on.
Kim is what? Kim's going to talk a little bit about Lamique here in a second, but if y'all can't see it as close as I can, but the eyebrows and the eyelashes are just
so
magical.
sweet.
Every
So
time I
sweet.
see her,
She's
good
so
day,
sweet.
bad day, it don't matter what it is.
So
The
sweet.
eyebrows and eyelashes are always on point.
Every day.
But Kim, how long have you been going at it? Talk to us about Lamique.
Yes.
Everything.
So I've been going at it for a while now. I started the business at 21 years old. So that was 13 years ago.
Wow.
That'll make 13 years this year. So I just started it when you were legal to drink, legal to do whatever.
Let's go.
And
Just turn up, right?
I did everything all at one time. And so, but you know, it's funny because even at that time of starting a business and all that, a lot of times you are so adamant about making sure you're focused,
Yeah.
you're doing what you're supposed to be doing,
Right.
and you're not trying to have no distractions.
None at all.
Literally no distractions.
Okay. That was you
Yeah.
at 21.
Yeah.
Were we in a relationship or anything? Or were we
No. You know, just again, just not taking anything too serious.
Okay.
Right.
Just playing around.
But just
Not too
there,
serious.
just there, nothing too serious. But then shortly after, you meet people, and then you meet someone who really sticks to you, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I can't. That introduction, you said, Tristan, I know you got a lot of friends who are like this, but can I represent for the ladies?
Let's
Please do.
represent.
Okay,
Please do.
and say that every time we're not trying to jump on the ship either all the
That's good.
time,
That's good.
And I'm not saying that you should or you should not,
Sure.
but I'm just saying that it's not always a stigma where we're waiting on Boaz. Okay,
That's good.
sometimes we're out doing our thing, okay, being a Proverbs 31 woman, out 10 and all this kind of good stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then someone seeks you, someone finds you.
That's good.
So
And,
it's like Ruth when she was out there
Yeah.
picking that ground, tending the
yeah,
field,
yes.
starting her makeup business.
Yes.
And Boaz just rolled
Yeah,
up.
he just rolled up on you.
Who
you
is
know?
that Boaz on that there?
Too crazy. But Ruth, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later when we give y'all some tips, but Ruth positioned herself.
She did.
And whether or not you realize it or not, Kim, you were positioning yourself when you started this business. When you first started Lamique Beauty, what did you have in mind? was the whole purpose?
It's a for anybody who doesn't know, Lamique is a full line of cosmetics, and beauty products, and as well as beauty motivation. Lamique stands for love and makeup and kindness. Love and kindness is your true makeup, because beauty is revealed and not applied.
Oh, I love
so
it.
it's makeup with a message. So to be honest with you, when I started Lamique, it was like me going into ministry, and
Beautiful.
so for me, it's been all about spreading this message. So when you say philanthropist, all that, to be honest with you, I don't even really roll with titles. And my, publicists, my PR team, I always say I cannot stand titles because I just want to be free to be who I am.
That's good.
And I don't want anybody to kind of put me inside of a box or
Restrict
anything
you.
like, yes, because I never felt like I fit in the beauty industry. That's the reason why I feel like I was really called out to do this. Because growing up, I'm a native Houstonian. I grew up where people told me I was too dark skinned. I grew up in an era where everything was about a yellow bone this and a yellow bone that. And yes, and all that
The
and all this.
foolishness.
Yes, the foolishness.
But chocolate's back now. Chocolate's back.
Yes. And so I'm looking at it, but I never felt like I was that pretty girl. I never felt like, I was just that one. So for me to come up with a cosmetic line, for me, it's just like, God, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean?
He has a sense of humor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got jokes.
Yeah, seriously. And so, but I think that, he wants to get a purpose out of authenticity.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, and so that's what I've been able to do with it. So we have, a flagship store here in Houston. We sell products all over the country to different customers who see us at different places.
Y'all are
things
in
like
Macy's
that.
too, right?
We've been in Macy's before.
Come on.
So we, got customers from that. But then also we do a lot of pop-up shops. We do a lot of different events. Right now, we're the, sponsor to the Miss Black USA pageant and all that kind of stuff. So, but we do a lot of different things. But the whole point is to really get women to realize that your beauty lies inside of you. And when you reveal that, when you show how great you are, when you start a business, when you act on your hobbies, when you cook well, when anything you know how to do, that's revealing your beauty. So, yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
We need more of that. And that authenticity, you're absolutely right. That's exactly who he wants to use. And when you see someone, you be like, what? How did they?
Yeah,
That's all God.
That's all Jesus.
Oh, God. Oh, God. So let's talk about that Ruth experience while you were out there in the field, in the wilderness.
Toiling.
So, how was it being single, trying to start your makeup empire? What did that look like for you?
Well, for me, I actually wasn't thinking about anybody. I was, so focused in on what I was doing, getting out of relationship and all that kind of stuff. And, but not really taking anything too serious, And so when I met my husband, it was at the beginning of my career, maybe just a year in business. And so for me, again, not thinking too much of it, just dating, that's all.
Enjoying the time.
Just enjoying
Got a
the
little
time.
movie friend.
Yeah, that's it.
A little Netflix and chill, buddy.
Not Netflix and chill. Lord have mercy.
That's it.
But it's just funny though, because you're just not taking it that serious. I wasn't waiting on him to propose to me and all this kind of stuff.
Pressuring him. I try to tell girlfriends, look, when you get into that relationship, just enjoy it for the season that it is in. It might go forward, it might go backwards, but for wherever you are right now, just enjoy it.
Yes.
Don't put all the parameters and the restrictions and the pressure on it unnecessarily.
Make it more than it may be. Because we're always in a season for a reason.
Yes.
So we have to just let the Lord tell us why that is.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So even if it comes out to be friendship, you were okay with that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that too, Tristan, you bring up a good point where sometimes we need to just kind of be confident
Right.
In our place that we're in. Like
there.
just be cool with that. Why you always want what somebody else got and what somebody else is doing? What you guys are doing is fabulous.
Well, thank you.
But everybody should not be getting up here trying to do this.
Amen.
I'm just saying that, you do what you're called to do
Right.
and be confident in that. And that's why I'm never shy about how my relationship goes, and I'm happy.
You're happy, and you're
I'm
perfectly.
good.
You looking over here. You're not worried about all of that's going on over here.
No,
and who
no.
got to say what about what?
No.
Speaking of which, So we all have friends and family when we're in that single phase giving us a hard time. Kim, why you not married yet? You're so pretty. Why you ain't got a little, what's going on? Who did that? Like, how was that for you? Did they do that to you? And how did that make you feel?
Well, we won't put them on blast.
Okay, we ain't got to say no names.
Okay. We still
Mama.
gotta go to dinner, right? But it's funny because sometimes people will do you like that.
Yes, they will.
Yeah, and it's like,
especially
you all right?
women.
Yeah, you all right? Everything okay? You look.
So at the Thanksgiving, you still ain't got no man?
Yeah. Like, are you still dating the same person?
Ooh.
That's another thing too. And they think, oh, he hasn't proposed to you.
Ooh.
What's wrong with you? Why you ain't giving it? What
now
you doing?
Now you assuming
Right.
that I'm waiting on him to
Right.
propose to me. Okay?
Right.
When the weight might be on the other end.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
I like your story. I like the story because it's non-conventional. Usually it is the other way around,
Yeah.
Well, so what she's saying is she originated that trend we see on Facebook where the women propose to men. Is that what I hear you saying?
No, that is not. Kim,
No.
face this way. Face this way, Kim.
That's not-
We're not worried about that.
Yeah,
over there.
that's not what I
That
mean,
is not what
fellas,
he's saying.
is that what y'all heard?
That's not
That's
what
not
we're
what I
saying
said.
at all.
That's what I said.
How did you respond, though? That's what I want to know. What was your response to?
I probably just said, I'm having a good time where I'm at right now.
Right.
It's all good.
Right.
That's kind of how I put it. I don't let nobody put nothing on me that I don't have.
That's good.
So I didn't have a hang up, so I can't go back to that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You didn't fall into some deep, dark depression about, man, they right. What's wrong with me? Because,
Yeah.
some of us are in that situation
Yeah,
right now. I can only
definitely.
speak for women. I don't think men are depressed about it. But
No, we good.
But what about this though, Cece? You go to your doctor, and your doctor says, "Oh, you just hit your 30s. You need to be trying to get pregnant."
biological time clock.
Okay?
Talk to us on
So
that.
not just family and friends giving you heat, but what about your own doctors, right? Giving you heat like, you just hit 30, it's time for you. When you trying to have kids, are you either going to be,
So they transition from the primary care to the love doctor.
That's clearly all into one.
Well, I had my doctor tell me that before, And so then I'm like, I went home to my mama like, Mama, he said I need to.
So that's when it really started to kind of
I
get
was
real
like,
for
Mama,
you.
he said, and my mom said, girl, ain't nobody worried about what.
So your mama was the voice of reason.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, mamas.
Mama
We
like,
celebrate mamas.
Girl, please.
Mom.
What are you talking about? We believe in God,
That's
You know,
it.
have your faith. You don't worry about that.
That's it.
But now you see the trend is women are having babies later anyway.
They are.
It's happening at 50 years old, Janet Jackson, right?
Oh, my Lord.
So
Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, you didn't allow this pressure.
No, I
to
didn't.
get
I didn't
into it.
allow my doctor to make me go get married and have a baby at that time. No,
Because there are women who, we're speaking truth tonight. There are women who are stuck in this thing, and now they're not even concerned about women. I've heard of women even asking guy friends, I just want to have a baby. You want to just go have on a baby and
Yeah.
just do this and be done?
They went
It's
Robert.
real. They went
Yeah.
Robert.
They went
Yeah.
Robert.
All the way.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How's
And
that working out these days?
Well, now,
because you got to be stuck with them for the rest of your life.
that's
you know?
it.
Well, speaking of relationship, how long were you all in a relationship together before you got married?
We were in a relationship. I think we got married was it the 10th year or something like that?
10th year.
10th year.
I think we got married the 10th
10
year.
to get in.
Yeah.
10 years.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, are you glad you waited that long before saying yes to the dress, or would you have married him sooner in hindsight?
Well, I'll say this: being a believer,
Well,
okay,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that God's ordering my steps and doing all that, and I think that it happened at the right time. I think that it happened at the time that I was very confident about my decision.
Yes.
I think it, because it just went right together. So, to be honest, yes, I think it was fine.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I think it was good.
Well, we're going to hear more from Kim when we come back. We're getting ready to go to a break. But before we go there, this segment was sponsored by BeFit Foods. If you are looking for a healthy meal prep, this is a place to go. Check out BeFit Foods on Facebook or at befits.com. We'll see you soon. Stay right there.
Amen. We still live.
Feeling that music.
Yeah, that's what you doing, yeah.
Get it.
So this is our Facebook Live audience from the Tristan and CC page.
Hey, Facebookers.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be sure to tag a friend that needs to hear this message tonight if they delaying their blessing.
Yeah.
And be sure to share this video. Share. Last week we got almost 6,000 views, so thank you all for sharing and tagging.
Yes, we did. It was a great show.
Great show.
And if you have a question for Kim tonight, please go ahead and put your comments, your thoughts, thoughts, your questions in the box. She's here to also answer those questions for you. I think that tonight can be some really good, helpful dialogue if you're in that place of stuck or know someone in that place of stuck. Before saying yes. Yes. Okay, so
Erica Chavez says her 20-year-old daughter Natalie Romero suffered a skull fracture and other injuries. Police in Corpus Christi say a man has been arrested after his 94-year-old mother was found dead in a wheelchair. Police say the woman was shot to death and was found by officers who arrived at the home on Sunday. 75-year-old Leslie Nelson was taken to the hospital after ingesting pills before officers arrived. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on 1520 KYND.
Space-wise.
Yeah, are you okay? I know we're closer and closer now.
No.
When small businesses need to grow their team,
Yeah, okay, there you go. You're showing up real good.
Yeah, finally got CC in front.
Oh, God.
Hey, if you're in a long-term relationship right now, I want you to type in the box how long you've been in that relationship. That's what I'd like to know. We'd like to see who's all just dating, enjoying themselves, enjoying life, not looking for anything right now, but in a committed relationship.
Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Don't be shamed, ladies. Don't be shamed.
I want Kim to know.
If you've been dating somebody long, it is all good.
It's okay. Kim did it for 10 years. We know a lot of people. As long as you're happy with it, it's all good. But it's when you're in that place of indecisiveness. Yeah.
4 days only. Hurry in. The 5,000 store sale ends Monday. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Offers valid at participating stores Friday through Monday only. See store for details.
It's Winning Wednesday. Winners make it happen, leaving the rest wondering what happened.
So, T, you going to be ready to jump right in?
Yes.
Hey, lovebirds. Welcome back to your Love Empowerment Hour with Sitting with the Suttons, where we are all about making marriage great again. We're your hosts, Cece and Tristan, and tonight we're talking about now is Roxy here was sharing her experience as a single woman. So let's jump right back into it.
Let's jump into it. So now you're married 10 years later,
Yeah.
and then some, with a beautiful little girl.
Yes.
And what made you finally say yes after a decade? How did you know it was time?
I knew it was.
Did Jesus whisper in your ear?
Well, actually, kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, kinda, something like that. Actually, it was my mom.
Mama.
Yeah, it was my mom. It was my angel. At that time, you know, my mom had breast cancer. As many know who follow me or are around, when we helped to raise funds for uninsured African American women to get mammograms, and we talk about that story. But my mom, you know, is the one who had that final conversation with me, and said, "Kim, yeah, you ready?"
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, and she didn't even say wedding. I mean, she just, and instinctively I knew what she was talking about. She said, "You ready?"
It's
"You
your
ready?"
time.
Y'all weren't even talking about it. She just out of the...
No, she just came out and she said, "Yeah, you ready?" Yeah, that's it. She said, she even told me the date. She said this weekend, you know, this particular weekend she told me. And that weekend wasn't too far off from
Wow.
where we were, especially when I deal with brides and they plan in a year ahead and all that. So she said, you know, it's gonna be this particular weekend. Everybody's gonna wear this particular color.
Whoa. She got it down to the color.
Yes. And
Wow.
the date and everything.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you know she was for real when you were talking, or were you like, "Mama, stop"?
Yeah, I knew it was for real actually. I was taking it, I just was trying to understand because my mom had breast cancer. So I was just trying to understand the timing and all that. So the only thing that kind of threw me off was the date. So I was just thinking, okay, you know, like I thought we had but because it lined up with my spirit, I just, you know, I was just going with it, and it seemed right. And so as she told me, I took the directions like as she told me they were, and she passed before that date was, but I knew exactly how it was supposed to go. And my husband, who was very close with my mom, very close with my mom. So for him, he knew exactly what to do as well. So we just knew what to do. I mean, and it went together so well.
Because it was ordained by God.
It was ordained by God, and I mean, it was so seamless. You know, you ever have just a seamless situation where you didn't even have to no sleeping all night, no worries. Is the caterer is this one gonna do this? Is this one going? None of that. Just
for 11, 12, 13, 14,
Possibly.
15 years?
Possibly.
And you were never in a situation where it was like, hey, Kim, if you don't commit to me, I'm going to have to move on. Was there any ultimatums on
No,
that?
it wasn't.
No
It wasn't.
No Birdman ultimatums? Is you finished or is you done?
Tristan is horrible.
But no, but I think that's the difference between men and women.
Okay. What's the difference? Break it down for me.
I just hear that women give ultimatums.
Yeah, we tend to
And
do that.
I just never heard a man give an ultimatum. I just haven't heard of it.
There's a few of them out there.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know too many.
But there's a way larger proportion of women who are more quick to give ultimatums. My eggs are drying up. You need to come on.
Yeah.
He was probably perfectly content with the whole arrangement, and it really didn't probably make him much.
No.
Wow.
And so, but when it happened, when it was time, it was time. It was time. It was time. And so, it went together seamlessly, and then immediately I got pregnant, so I knew it was, this was good.
Oh,
Help us understand this. What were your reservations before? Like, why did you not want to get married before then?
It's one of those things where it's a couple of different things. One, you're very busy, so you have something to always go to because you're always busy doing something, always got something going on. So it's easy to not sit at home and just look like, oh, I'm home alone,
Right.
Really don't have time to really do that a lot of times.
You don't.
So a lot of times you're busy. Another one is, that's for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's a commitment for the rest of your life. That's how I took it.
Not going to take it
Yeah,
lightly.
and that's how he took it. And I know that's how y'all's commitment is to each
afraid of, not making it work, or, some of the common things, we've seen mom and daddy issues. What if I don't have what it takes to make it work? That really
My
wasn't
mom
your
and dad were
concern.
married for a long time. So as
You
far as
knew you
I
had
knew,
it.
as far as I knew, when I was born, my mom and dad were married. So, and I'm 35 years old. So, for me, I've always seen that. And because of my mom's sweet spirit and my dad, they always made things seem attainable.
Right.
But at the same time, for me, again, sometimes if something happens, it seems like it's a little bit of a distraction. Sometimes I run away from it.
Sure, that's good.
That's a good point.
That's really good, especially for the woman who is pursuing purpose, or the guy who's pursuing purpose. It's going so well. I got to stay focused. I love you, babe, but I need for you to let me just continue to focus over here. I don't need you to give me
Absolutely.
ultimatums.
No drama.
No drama.
I cannot ever be, sometimes, you talk. And then just kind of take it out on everybody else, or just upset the rest of the day.
Take it out on your employees.
Yes.
Bring them up for no reason.
Yes.
Right.
No, never want to be that.
That's
so also too, I wanted someone who just always kept me at peace versus getting me all riled up.
Yes. If you're just tuning in tonight, we're Sitting with the Suttons. We are here with the Kim Roxy, who is sharing her experience, her journey into yes after dating her now husband for 10 years. Kim, many of us go into marriage expecting one thing, and it turns out to be something completely different. What is something that surprised you about marriage?
That it was fun.
It was fun.
How about that?
That's a novel concept.
I mean, we
Novel
had fun
concept.
dating,
Right.
but again, remember, it's you living together. You know what I'm saying? It's all that, right? And it was just so fun, and the security that I feel inside of my relationship is just what I need.
You can't put a price tag on
You
security.
cannot put a price tag on security.
But y'all had to set it up like that, right? It just naturally happened, right?
Well, I think
For the fun.
well, for the fun. Oh, well, he's a fun guy. I mean, my husband like to crack jokes. I mean, I hear your little jokes over here too.
And
Okay, so I
everyone
can, you know what I'm saying? We
We should all
appreciate
kick
that.
it then.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's the part that naturally he's a fun. He's
Yeah.
humorous. He likes to have a good time. He always say, just be human. He
Yeah.
loves. That's one of his favorite quotes. Just be human.
Just be human.
And so it's just like nobody's trying to put on any type of facade or egos. Just be human.
Exactly what I
and
told
so
her.
yeah.
Exactly what I told her when we started engaged.
I don't want to play no games.
I won't play no games. If I call you, it's because I want to talk to you. I'm not thirsty. If I want to hang out with you, I'm not thirsty. I really enjoy you.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So women quit thinking that just because he's trying to spend some little extra time with you, that he's thirsty, because
Ain't
he
that
could
silly,
surely
though?
find. It really is, but that is the mindset that has now been fed to us,
Yes.
and we think that is gospel, and it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Well, the thing is that we're always trying to use people.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like instead of dating, like you said, I'm not trying to use you. is, you know, trying to use somebody, trying to get him for that,
Right.
trying to get her for this,
Yeah.
you know, and once you get that from that person, then they useless.
Yep.
That's not how we
Discard
treat.
'em.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how
not
you're
how we
supposed to do
treat
it.
humans,
That's
right?
not
That's not
how
how we
we
treat
treat
each other.
humans.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what I kind of noticed from things out there is because I deal with a lot of women. They come sit in my chair,
They talk.
and you know, sometimes they don't say I'm getting married, Kim. You know what they say?
What's that?
I'm about to have a wedding.
Oh, there it is. But that's the mindset. They
That's
speaking
it.
what's on the heart, and that's real.
They
I want that
it-
wedding.
They want an event, not a relationship.
want
That's
an event.
good. Hashtag.
Hashtag event, not a relationship.
They want an event with their name and lights.
Yeah.
That's
And with
good.
everybody looking at them and just saying how beautiful, you know, and it's
Yeah.
just like,
So true.
but nothing about the relationship.
I'm marrying my soulmate.
Right.
I'm marrying my best
Yes,
friend,
right.
father of my children.
Yes,
None of
yes. So if you catch me out in the streets with no ring on, okay, all right. If you catch me out in the streets with no ring on, don't ever get it confused. You know what team I'm on.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because what you got to do is it starts in the heart.
That's good. It starts in hashtag. It starts in the heart. That is so
it starts
so,
in the
so
heart.
good.
So I can have on whatever,
Yeah.
but if my heart not there, if
That's
I'm
it.
not, you know, in a committed, I'm not acting committed,
Right.
you know, it's all that doesn't even matter because statistics show women flirt with men with rings on even more when guys who don't.
They don't
Okay,
mean
that's
nothing.
another conversation.
I've never experienced
You
that.
know what I mean? Look, when we come back from our commercial break, we might have to delve off into that a little bit more. But don't move, because next we're going to share the 3 components that must be in alignment before you can say yes to marriage. And speaking of alignment, we would like to thank Concierge Chiropractic, which is one of our sponsors for tonight's show. Dr. Leardis Lister, he will get you in alignment. Check him out on Facebook, Concierge Chiropractic. We'll be right back.
That's good.
Don't get me in trouble.
Lord. Okay,
gosh.
so we're gonna come back on the words of advice.
KYND. Your voice matters. We're
I'm
listening.
good because I'm on a Wi-Fi.
Did you know that Shirley Ann's Black Collective
Oh, wait,
would
wait,
be-
was it a line?
Okay,
displays
ours?
of black statues
This
in the
one?
country? They're located in the heart of April.
Okay.
Shirley Ann
Gotcha.
is a special treasure to add to your collection, and it's
Awesome.
the perfect place to
That was
find the ideal gift for someone you love.
Y'all enjoying the show? If y'all are, go ahead and type that in the inbox right
Yeah,
there.
please. Where the comments at?
Share and tag a
Who's saying
friend.
over here?
Let me see. They're saying that there's some issues with
I heard
You
about
heard about it.
I heard about it.
Are you stuck in a job?
Is it,
stuck in a personal relationship, or simply stuck in an unhealthy year? Join us every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for solutions on how to shift the trajectory of
Yeah,
your
I see
life
it kind
and
of freezing.
experience the highest expression of yourself.
I see
and
it
become
too.
incredibly
That
well.
might be the
I
issue.
am
Yeah, look at where it
Trisha,
freezes at.
motivational
Your face looking like
speaker.
shit.
Do you want to switch over to one
For
of
more
these?
information, please
We
visit
can't. It will be a
beincredibly.com.
discontinuous.
Well, we got the whole.
But I wonder if it's yours because hers is moving.
Yeah,
Well,
but
it's-
mine
it's
stops in
showing
between
through
too.
Oh.
Mine stops in between too. So what we'll do is we'll just, you know what we'll do.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
It's always tough.
Always technology. Got a little technology.
Costly research and staffing decisions that didn't fit your organization's culture. Yet,
Hey, y'all.
here's the
Hey,
great
everybody.
news. The
Yeah, sure
Kyra
is.
Company is here to provide organizational and operational development. This is your fix.
The Kyra Company's operational mastery will support a
30
guide
seconds.
your organization
All right.
back on track to meet your goals. It's like having your own HR, org development, and operations team all in
And then I
one.
will say, like, Bill
Are
said,
you
you playing
ready for an
games and you
amazing
actually show them that you
development
want to
team
be
to
with them.
come and
and
rescue
stuff.
your
You actually
Yeah.
put in the effort, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
We can talk about that too.
Unnecessarily.
Or log
Where am I
on
at,
to
Cece?
the Kyra Company.
We're coming
Oh,
back
you ready to come
in
back?
at what words of advice
TheKyraCompany.com.
would you give?
The Kyra Company.
No. We're in blue. We're in blue.
KYND.
You know how it goes.
I'll jump you back in.
It's about you.
Okay. I see.
Hey, lovebirds. Welcome back to your Love Empowerment Hour. You are now sitting with the Suttons, where we are all about making marriage great again. We are your hosts, Tristan and Cece. And tonight we are talking with the Kim Roxy about it is now time to say yes. Let's jump right back into it.
Doesn't sound cool just saying Roxy.
I love it.
That's a cool name.
It is hot.
So, Kim, what words of advice would you have for those who are putting passion on hold to pursue their purpose? We call it postponing passion for purpose.
Well, I believe that in purpose, a lot of times it's really good to have it with a partner. I believe that I have really went to the next level since I've been married. Purpose, right? And I believe that I've been yoked up with purpose. So,
Equally.
yes. And so I've really, for me, I really went to the next level. So I would just say to anybody, just have enough faith to take that step. And then allow everything else to come with it. Because the other thing about marriage is, you just sometimes don't know how things are going to go, and all this kind of stuff. And doubt tries to come in and all that. But again, that's when you have to rely on our faith. So I just my advice would just be to remember that when you're pursuing purpose, you need a good partner to do that with. And so, and it's really good to have a partner. I mean, if you could be doing it without one, but for me,
get your partner to level up if you get a good partner.
That's good.
yeah.
That's how you can ascend to the next level.
Yeah.
Get you a Boaz.
Now, what would you say to the person who is pursuing purpose, right? No, passion, but not purpose, correct?
Yes.
So what would you say for the person who is, all focused on passion? I got to find a man, I got to get with
Got to find a
him.
relationship, got to find a woman.
Yeah, and not purpose. How would you flip that one?
So, for that person that's pursuing passion, and so I gotta get one. Where is he at? I would say, get caught doing the right thing.
Right.
Like
That's
be
good.
out there doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're gonna attract. Okay, the law of attraction.
Law of attraction.
You're gonna attract what you're doing, what you're about, and you won't have to explain yourself. And let me see if he. Just overtake you, then what happens is you're not really being true to who you are,
Right.
and so then now you got somebody who don't even, you get someone who's not really falling in love with who you really are,
Right. That
and
is
so then now
true.
we have a bigger issue,
Yeah. Big issues.
because it's nothing like someone falling in love with you and you're not really being authentic to who you are.
And we see so much of that.
Ooh,
We are living
it's
in
lot
a
of it.
very, very
It's a lot of it.
People fall in love with the facade.
right, the
It's a
facade.
lot
The
of it.
idea.
And it's not until
The
you
filter.
jump that
Filter. Oh,
broom.
the Snapchat filter.
They got them all over now.
It's not until you jump that broom that you realize, oh, maybe this is not quite
what I
thought it was
Yeah,
going to be.
yeah,
That's
what
good.
I thought it was, and because you were not being true, because you were just so past trying to get somebody, and a lot of times for I can speak for women because that's who I a lot of times communicate with,
Right.
and I hear that sometimes they create who that man wants them to be, or who that man wants, or what he like, and they
Right, what they think.
what they think he
Right,
wants,
right.
and they just become that.
So they become clones.
And not authentic, that's for sure.
Right, not authentic, but just doing what he
What he
and
wants.
then at the end they go, that's not really what I don't even like. Or
And
I
then they
don't-
end up resentful.
Yes.
Resentful, lose sense of self,
Yes.
lose
Yes.
sense of
And he's
purpose.
like, I
Yes.
never asked you to be all of that in the first place, but since you was giving it, I thought,
I mean, let's keep the party going.
Oh, let's keep it
Why
going.
not?
Yeah.
That's who you brought to the table.
Yeah. So if you let that passion overtake you, a lot of times you will get out of your purpose, and as far as that is concerned, and you want to be careful of that because you want. Because, again, a lot of times we talk about the good part of us, and on all of our social media, we talk about the good part of us.
Always.
But there are some raw partner has to deal with, and so they could be the person that can help you through it.
That's
you
so
know?
true.
So you have to be authentic so you can really attract that right person.
I love it. I love it. So for those of you all who are struggling with knowing when to say yes to marriage, this might help. These are the 3 components that you need to have in alignment so you can know when it's time to move forward. Kick us off.
Purpose. One of the 3 is you got to have purpose.
Yeah.
When you're single, your primary focus should be on pursuing purpose, like Kim did. Her focus was on growing her business, helping women, not just on finding a man. Real sidebar on that, we talk to our single friends, and it's when we invite them to an event, it's, are there going to be any single people there? Going to be cute guys and cute girls
Oh my
there?
gosh, all the time.
Why can't you just go to the event and let the Lord move
Come
in
on,
your life.
come on, Pastor.
I'm just saying. I'll pass off and play later. So y'all all know the story about Ruth and Boaz. She positioned herself in the field, working, focusing on her task, and that's when Boaz rolled up on her.
Yeah.
Skirt, skirt. Excuse me, little mama.
Yeah.
How are you positioning yourself right now?
Yeah.
Purpose.
Some of us need to look at that. How am I positioned? Am I positioned in the club every night? Am I positioned in my job, focusing on my career? Where am I positioned?
And just a little side note, can I just put this side note
Come
in
on.
there? Because we talk about purpose. I actually met my husband when I was out at an event, working that event. I was actually producing a fashion show with LaToya Luckett.
Oh, wow.
And when she had her boutique, we used to always team up and do different things together. And that's where I met him. So it's funny that you say when you're out pursuing
Working and pursuing your
and,
purpose.
yeah, keep
Not
going.
at the event talking about any cute single guys.
Right.
Working, focus,
Yeah.
purpose. There
That's
we go.
good.
That'll preach.
What's the second component?
Everybody has getting it right. Not just making yourself happy, but make sure that the unit and the relationship is going good together. Not just you're pleased.
Yeah.
Once you're both ready for it, discuss what marriage looks like to the both of you. Because your family's history with marriage may skew your views, your finances, belief systems, intimacy. How many times we're gonna get it in once a week? You know,
Talk about
3
it.
times a week. You know,
Talk
talk
about
about
it.
it. Kids, career, etc. So communicate as much as possible about your expectations. We highly, blessed and highly favored, recommend premarital counseling as well. It's a neutral setting where you can really openly communicate and talk about all those issues and be on one accord before you do something that's going to be forever, ever.
Forever, ever.
Ever.
That's real. And lastly,
Peace, be still. Follow peace is what CC always says. Getting married, like with anything else in life, is a risk, right? It's like it's an investment. Investments go up and down.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about stock market right now. But when both parties are on the same page and have the same commitment level, when we come home after a long day at work. Remember, there's no such thing as a perfect person. But if that person meets your primary needs and has the foundational qualities you desire, it's
would you agree that these are the three components that needed to line up before you got into your situation?
I definitely think so. I think those are good. One, I heard that purpose, that partnership, and that peace.
Yeah.
And sometimes, even with the peace, sometimes what lights a fire.
Yeah.
And so us as women, because that sometimes from the male perspective, you hear that she nag all the time. She always got something. It's always something with her. And sometimes sometimes we have to check ourselves in that.
Yes, we do.
And I love that peace because I feel like when you do give your husband peace, you get the best out of him.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you
get
do.
the best
I
out of
can
him.
testify to that.
Yeah,
That's
Peace,
real.
be still.
yeah.
And a lot of women don't realize that. They think, the more we nag, the more we're going to get our point across. But
Yeah.
actually what it does is it drives him further away
Yeah.
from what you're trying to get him to do in the first place.
And I recognize that, actually even for myself, because I remember,
I feel the love.
but if
Now I'll
they say
work
something,
harder.
if they say something like, you remember the time you helped me with such and such? That really made a difference for me. I don't care if it's once. That will make me want to do it.
Yes.
Because then I'm, like,
Yes.
okay, So I think those.
Approach it.
I think that, being together for a while, you kind of know what can appease a person at a time.
Sure.
So sometimes, just depending on what the climate is, right? You might just say, okay, babe, yeah, that's fine. Whatever you say. Yes, have it your way.
So truth be told, marriage is really a component of sales and psychology.
This man always got to take it back to business, y'all.
I'm gonna take it back to basics. So psychology is knowing how the other person operates, their trigger buttons, what's going to get them to say yes, no, and how they're going to react to something. So that way you can position what you're going to present to them in a way that is favorable for both parties involved.
Right.
But it's a lot of psychology.
Yes, especially when it involves his piece. Now, I will say that a lot of times, going back to the faith commitment that it takes for marriage, I've just noticed that he's just been so on point on a lot of stuff that he tells me. And from what I hear from him, I'm on point with some stuff that I tell him as well. Okay. But we got to have a peaceful climate to do that in a lot of times. It's not going to happen when we're arguing and when we're screaming. I don't think we're getting too much across when we do that. But it's when it's a peace and climate, and then I ask him something, he tells me something, I'm like, he is prophetic, because
speaking that word,
because he's just right on point,
Right.
But yeah, I think psychology definitely, but that faith part when God is in that relationship,
absolutely.
Oh Lord,
that's it. It's foundational and it's key. And if we think we can do it without it, it ain't happening.
You're wrong.
Wow, we're having some really good dialogue with Kim Roxy tonight. Thank you for your transparency tonight.
Yes,
you have really,
definitely.
really opened up and helped us to see that wherever you are, be content in that. But when it's time to move. Let's move. Let's move. Please stick around. When we come back from our commercial break, we'll be sharing with you what's going on with Suttons in the City. Stick around. Like, share, and follow.
Vanessa Reed in it. Hey, Vanessa, thank you for tuning in.
Hey,
everybody. Vanessa gave some good word in there.
Yes. You better come on, Vanessa.
We got Jetty Jefferson. Appreciate you.
Danica.
Charmaine. Jabrisha. Donnie,
hey
Vera.
Donnie, hey Vera.
Hey Nayla.
Hey Jetty.
Ramonica.
Look at Shayna.
What's going on, Gafford? Hey Autumn.
Ramonica.
Anita.
Oh my girl Autumn.
Pastor LaShonda.
Sweet Autumn.
Pastor LaShonda.
Nicole Coleman.
Ursula.
Leslie.
But too, I would not be able to be able to give myself so much to other people if my husband wasn't the person I was. If I had one of them restricted, come home, you got to be with me.
Right.
Got to have the food ready.
Where you at?
Got to be upstairs.
You still out there with them people? You know what I'm saying?
They ain't that much makeup to see.
It ain't that much. You ain't got to do all that because I do a lot.
Yeah.
And I obviously.
Is he just as active as you?
I mean, he's just as active. Okay. But at the same time, I've been in other relationships, and I've tried to also look at other situations.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And they just do not let you be. This, I mean, literally. I mean, look, y'all get me all the time. Y'all know it. Y'all call my phone.
Bless him. Bless your husband for continuing to share you in the community. He understands that you're a woman on purpose, though. And see, if you're going to be married to a woman on purpose, you better understand what that looks like, or a man on purpose.
Yeah. Don't take all that.
What do people say that? You don't take all that. You don't need to
you doing too much?
Doing the most.
Yeah. What about my insurance needs? What about what I need?
Oh, man, I got you covered, girl.
You better.
Full coverage.
Full coverage.
No liability.
Come on, Jesus.
It's going to be a collision later on.
Baby.
I cannot.
Baby.
Breathe, girl. Breathe.
It's real. So many, and we make light of it, but so many people are going through that.
Yeah, heck yeah, they're going through it. Whew.
Hey, lovebirds. Welcome back to your Love Empowerment Hour. You are now sitting with the Suttons, where we are all about making marriage great again. We have really enjoyed this to a show. Kim, you gonna come back for part 2?
I'll come back.
Okay. As long as you'll come back. Yeah. This has been a great hour. If you're just joining us, we have been talking about now it is time to say yes. Look, if you are happily in a relationship and y'all been dating for 10, 15 years, keep the party going. But if one is saying, hey, babe, what's up? You really need to start sitting down and evaluating, is this the time for me to say yes? And we hope that the tips that we shared tonight will help you get there. Remember the 3 components. What's the first one?
You got it.
Purpose. Thank you. The first one is purpose.
Yes.
The second one is partnership.
Partnership.
Making sure you get that right. And then the last one is
Peace be still.
following
Well,
peace.
but one time somebody asked me, was I married? I said, oh yes, I have a great partner. And they kind of were like, why you didn't say husband?
Because he's a partner.
Yeah,
That's
so
how I
see,
feel
y'all
about
said
him.
tonight,
Partner
partnership.
in life.
The Bible said to help mate.
Yeah.
That's a partner.
That's a partner.
That's my husband. See, we're so quick to want to say, "What you got a husband?" What is a husband? That's a title. Remember, Kim doesn't like titles.
No, I don't.
No, she
Kim
don't
likes
like that.
action. She likes
Yeah.
partnership.
Yeah, I love that term.
I do too, because that's exactly what it is, a life partner. We want to thank you guys for joining us this evening, KYND listeners, Facebook Live viewers. You guys have been awesome
So
and giving
much
us some
fun.
really good feedback. We want to go ahead and show some love to our sponsors this evening. The first one was Blendville Luxury Mobile Grooming Parlor. Gentlemen, you need to check this guy out. This
Yeah.
is Houston's first on-site grooming parlor where they come to you Monday through Friday and they cater to busy professionals so you don't have to drive to the barbershop. I think that's a beautiful concept. If I could have my Autumn, I love you, but if Autumn could come to me to my office and do my hair and everything, I mean, that'd be a
That's
beautiful
lovely.
thing.
That's
We'll talk about that later. Right? Autumn, we'll talk about that offline.
I know.
We'll talk about
I
that
don't like we
offline.
can make it happen.
Yeah, make it work. we can make natural braiding.
Right. She probably over there right now. I'm going to call you, girl. We also like to thank Shalana Crawford with Glow Aesthetics. Shalana is our esthetician who keeps our
that's
skin
awesome.
glowing.
That's awesome.
You know, ladies, it's one thing to put on makeup, but when we
Yes.
take it off, our men
Yes.
need to be able to
Yes.
appreciate that
Yes.
face too.
And I'm an esthetician, so I
that's
can agree
right.
with that.
That's right. Kim here will tell you
Yes.
it's all about the health of the skin,
Yes,
not what you
definitely.
put out here.
Shalana.
Go on and do
Guys,
your
just-
plug real quick.
Just stop washing your face with dial soap.
No, you got to do more than that. But come see us at Lamique Beauty.
Yes.
You have we're in River Oaks, 2610 Greenbrier. Come see us over there at the corner of Westheimer. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. I'm there at our store, and then you also can get your eyebrows done and
Yes.
eyelashes and all that kind of stuff.
Y'all need to zoom in. I know products.
Yeah, it's all
They're
paraben-free.
serious about that, not
Yeah.
putting
And
harmful
we give back,
chemicals in us.
and we take everything we do and put back into the community. I mean,
y'all do.
I think that's the most important part. I think from all the events going on in the world right now should tell us that we should be empowering the ones who are investing in us,
That's good.
not empowering the oppressor. But
That's-
okay,
All ships rise.
Come on. That's a whole nother. All right. Spa Massage Therapy. Our guy Victor Roberts, he keeps us right. We were just over there last week.
Yeah.
He is awesome. Look, I know you can go to all these other little massage parlors, but what I really like about him is that he actually listens to what's going on with your body and he customizes your massages just for that. That is so important.
Yeah.
If I came in for a Swedish and I get a sports, it's going to be a problem.
Crucial, critical.
Okay?
Yeah.
Vice versa, too.
Yeah.
So check him out. Here. She is right off of Westheimer in the
Yeah.
salons in the park.
Yes.
Check her out. She is all about healthy hair.
Yes, she
if
is.
you're natural, guys and ladies, please stop by there. She's
She helps
awesome.
guys.
Yes, she.
That is unbelievable.
Come on.
and she has a good spirit.
She has a beautiful spirit.
Yeah, Autumn is a really special person.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is
Yeah.
indeed.
And if you're on that side of town, she also can do your makeup as well.
That's right.
She uses Lamique products and all that kind of good stuff, but she does great makeup.
She was trained by you.
And I love Autumn.
Come on. Well, we appreciate all of our sponsors once again for helping us, for believing in making marriage great
Can I
again.
just say this?
Please do.
This y'all going to Glow Aesthetics to
I'm
go
trying
get
to tell you.
facials. But it's so funny though, because some things that some people do separate, y'all are doing together. I love it. Okay, I
That's
just want to
sweet
point
that
that
you
out.
call that out.
Yes. Caught
We
that.
are
She
a
caught
self-care
that, didn't
couple, and as much as we can do it together, primarily because we're trying to save on gas. But anyway, we're going to do it together because we love each other.
That's what we're going to do.
That's it.
That's what we're going to do.
What's going on with Suttons in the City, T?
Oh, what's going on in the
Where
streets
y'all
this
going?
week? Well, we're going to talk about where we've been.
Okay.
We're going to Throwback Thursday on y'all.
All right. All
On
right.
Wednesday.
Okay.
This last Sunday we had brunch at Kitchen 713.
Okay. Me and my husband were thinking about going there. How was it?
Off the chain.
Go.
Okay, so we're gonna
Off
go.
the chain.
We're gonna go.
If you ain't been, you need to go.
Yeah.
We had the whole cake.
The whole thing?
Whole
The
cake.
whole cake.
It's called a whole cake.
It's called a whole cake.
Oh, it's called a whole cake.
It's called a whole cake.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna spell it on the radio.
Yeah, I was about to say, Pastor, what you
Yeah,
said.
I'm just saying what was on the menu,
That's what they
and
call
it was
it.
delicious.
All
So
right.
it had some kind of cornmeal pancake with salmon roe and oysters on it.
Yeah.
So it's bang.
I'll be
That's
over
all I'm saying. Shrimp and grits. Y'all know I'm a shrimp and grits connoisseur.
Okay.
So very good, very good. Tell them what you had.
I
Cynthia.
had a wonderful omelet, and the way this omelet was made, all the ingredients were, instead of inside, it was on top. So you had shrimp and you had veggies. I mean, it was just so
crab meat.
crab meat. But can I pause from that?
Tell 'em.
Besides the mimosas, the service was outstanding.
Good.
Yes, indeed.
Good service.
It really,
Black
really
owned.
was.
Black owned. So you know I'm
Yes.
going, right? That's why my fist up.
I'm gonna
right
let you
now.
say it. I'm gonna let you say it.
Yeah, it's
That's
black
it.
owned. You know, that's why I'm going. Cause
That's
Good
it.
service.
good service.
Good service.
I mean, everybody was on it. The owner was on it. Everybody was helping each
awesome.
other. Table.
This past Sunday was really good. Thinking about going to the food fest this weekend. Did y'all know that
All
Houston's
right.
having a food fest?
Wow.
The first annual.
Oh yeah.
I think they got
For all
over
the foodies.
for all the foodies. You know, foodie socialites.
Come on.
Yeah.
food
Can I plug in that me and my husband went to go see The Bodyguard last night?
Really?
Yeah, the Broadway show at the Hobby Center. And the reason why I'm plugging it in is because Deborah Cox, she didn't perform last night because she was under the weather, but she's my client.
Oh, wow.
So it's starring her.
Nice.
So she'll be back in, I think, this weekend.
Okay.
So me and my husband went to go see it last night. It was just wonderful.
How long is it in town for? Do you know?
Throughout the week, I believe
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Come
to the
through,
weekend and past.
Come
So
through, Deborah.
yeah, come through.
Did she play Whitney? Or who?
Yeah. She was Whitney. But last night they had the young lady who was in her play. She was great. But the show is remarkable, so you should go see it. And,
Okay.
yeah, me and
Food vendors. That's going to be this Saturday, August 19th, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm going to put the Eventbrite link in the Facebook feed, so go check that out.
all right.
Great things going around our beautiful city. You know, one thing I'm grateful for with everything that is going on in the news right now, I'm grateful and prayerful over our city that we
Yeah.
continue to be the great city that we are,
Yeah.
embracing the people that are here, regardless of belief systems,
Yes,
color, all
yes,
that stuff.
yes.
I'm
Shout out to Mayor Turner.
Shout out to Mayor Turner.
Shout out
He's
to Mayor
really
Turner.
trying to make things great
Again,
for
Yeah.
our city.
We have
and
one of
we're
the best
thankful for
mayors
that.
in the country.
We
from
do.
the fofo.
We do. Straight up from the fofo. Yes. So I just want to commend Houston for continuing to be the great city that it is. I encourage you to continue to love on one another. We're in a very different climate right now, but that doesn't mean we don't press forward in our purpose as a city.
Indeed.
Definitely.
Well, as you know, we don't like to leave any of our empowering hours without speaking words of life over our situations, over our individualities, over our marriages. So let's go ahead and put the right hand up and let's kick off our affirmation.
Today, I will commit to being a better person than I was yesterday.
Today, I will commit to being a better person than I was yesterday.
Today, I will be open and honest with myself.
Today, I will be open and honest with myself.
Today, I will be a better communicator.
Today, I will be a better communicator.
Today, I will rid myself of negative views of dating and marriage.
Today, I will rid myself of negative views of dating and marriage.
And today, I will do my part in making marriage great again.
Today, I will do my part in making marriage great again. We want to thank you for joining us tonight in Making Marriage Great Again with Sitting with the Suttons. This has been your Love Empowerment Hour for the week. We hope you will join us again next week, same place, same time. And until then, take care of one another and be blessed.
Stay blessed.
We're out.
Stay safe in them streets.
That was fabulous down for you because you bring some people over and nobody don't even like them.
And it's not that they're hating on you, because a lot of times we be thinking, she just thinking she ain't got no man.
Or they
I finally got
jealous.
me.
No,
Yes, jealous.
no. He's just his attitude, his spirit. It's just not nobody's feeling him.
We had that
You know.
recently.
Yes, we did.
Somebody was just sitting there,
Yeah,
Not really.
lump on the wall.
yeah.
Well, you know what? You may not get invited back.
No love lost.
No love
No love
lost.
lost,
But that's real. That
Yeah.
is so real. You have to be equally yoked even in spirits and in character. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're the socialite and he's the one that's like, why you always got to go out and all that other stuff, you really got to think, watch these warning signs early. Because once you get into that marriage, it just only kind of goes from there. Don't think that you can change him or he'll change all this stuff. We too grown now.
Yeah.
We ain't
set
doing
our
too
ways.
much changing.
We said no ways. Ain't much changing.
Ain't much changing. But we hope that this has been a helpful hour for you. Please like, share, and follow Kim Roxy's page as well at Lamique Beauty. Follow her also on Facebook. She is doing some wonderful things out in our community. She has a beautiful servant spirit, and we just want to continue to support her in her endeavors.
Thank you so much.
So we will see you next Wednesday. It's been a great hour. Check us out, T.
Sitting with the Suttons. Y'all stay blessed. Share this video.
Yeah.